Order blocks that work in 2021. How to spot smart money movements. In this three-part video series, we're going to look at order blocks that work for 2021 and show you how to identify a good order block, how to prepare to trade an order block, how to bank pips using the My Trendline Breakout Strategy with an order block. This strategy will enable you to make money from the comfort of your home. Here's a disclaimer, it's required by law. Please subscribe, like, and share. Help us to help others to learn to trade Forex. And remember, we enter all trades with risk. Let's get to it. Hey there, traders. How are you doing? Hope everyone is well. This video is part of a three-part series. This part one is where we're going to review and discuss what an order block is, how to identify a good order block. And it's really quite simple, really. If you want to learn anything, you obviously go to the charts, no brainer. But you want to look into history to see what happened then, and simply you just project that to the future. I mean, trading actually is very simple. We make it difficult. I always say that. It's a simple thing. We make it difficult. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take us back to around about here. Let's get this. Well, I'm going to choose that. Notice I draw a line, right? Move the line over here. If you're using an MT4 chart, this is a brilliant way to find this line. And then click on the H4. You see the line didn't move much? Move it over right to the left and then click on the H1. Right. I wanted to do that. It was important. And the reason for that is so that we know that this point on the chart is easily accessible. Okay. In fact, we can go back to here. Is easily accessible. So when we go back to the daily chart, boom, here's where we are. Yeah. So we know on the hourly chart we can get this far back. Hey, let's just have a think. Can we get this far back on the 15? If I just go straight to the hour, oh, that's good, isn't it? And then let's go to half hour. That's good. Let's go to 15 minutes. Oh, we can even get to here on the 15-minute chart. That's good. We're in 2019. March 2019 goes back all that way on the 15-minute chart. Some of you have MT4 platform and it only lets you go back, I don't know, 6 months, 12 months for whatever reason. Hey, I'm fortunate. What can I tell you? And maybe it's just because of this type of pair that I'm working on. Also, the other thing to look out for is sometimes you'll find that they've missed a chunk of data out, you know. And then, you know, all of a sudden it jumps from like a certain time to another time. And that actually throws your chart off. So these are things to be wary of. I've seen it done on MT4 and was not impressed. All right, so here we are. So we're on the daily chart. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the order blocks. That worked, obviously, because that's how we can figure out that they're an order block. An order block is the up candle, should I say a bearish order block is the up candle prior to the down move. A bullish order block is a down candle prior to the up move. So going back here to March 1st, 2019, let's mark them out. Okay, can you see an up candle prior to the down move there? Okay. And the thing about it is that when price gets back to it in the future, it should react. Ooh, well. That one didn't, price didn't get back to that one. Up candle prior to a down move. So that's a good order block. And here's an up kind of project down move. And I say it worked, but define worked. Do you know what I mean? Because up can project down move. Well, that one did not work. It was violated. Okay. This one, up can that worked. Here, create another order block. This order block worked here, and that order block worked there. Okay, so I'll leave this one on. So you can see where they worked and where they didn't work, right? Up candle, prior to down move. That worked, and then this now becomes a mitigation block. Okay, now are they perfect? Hell no, look at that. We've come below that 38 pips, probably a stop down. Yeah. Should we? So those are the bearish order blocks, and then we want to go for the uptrend, and the order block of the uptrend is a down candle prior to the up move. This one worked. A wick came into it. Okay. There's one in here, down candle prior to the up move. You take that white candle there. I like to use the color candles myself because, you know, dojis and whatnot. It's got to be about it. That one worked. There's a up move. This is a down candle. There's one there. Price went right through it. Becomes a mitigation, like pull back to it and go. But these are the order blocks right here. And we're looking at the ones that worked. Typically they work when they're at the top of the trend, right? Down, this one here, look at this. Down candle. Price came back to it, price came back to it, it worked. No, fair enough. So we got a few that worked. Hey. That one worked. This one worked. That worked right there. Up candle project down and right there. This one did not work all the way over here. Okay, so we got a couple of examples. Up candle, down move, up candle, down move, up candle, down move, up candle, down move. So you could say up candle, order block, down move. Well, technically speaking, you could say that this worked off this. Yeah, causing a down move. Look, this is a lot of examples, guys, because it takes. We're going to go into it in a bit deeper proximity, and I don't like to be too long in these videos. Right? So then when we're going in, this is how you backtest, by the way. When you go in, you'll know exactly where you're going, so you put an arrow. We want to see when this pulled back to this order block, what did it do? This hit, when this pulled back into that order block, what did it do? Okay, there's the order block. When this pulled into that order block, what did it do? I think we'll just do the three, guys. It's the same thing every time, right? So when this pulled into that order block, what did it do? When this pulled into it, it just barely touched it. What did it do? When this pulled in it, stop on that one. What did it do? Order block, just touch it. Pull it, just touch it. Right. So let's now have a look. We're looking at order blocks that worked in past. We just want to learn a little bit about it. So here's the order blocks. Right, let's just first look at the order blocks themselves. What do we notice? A big move down, pull back, and we notice it's just by the 4-hour golden cross. 4-hour golden cross comes as a result. Here's the order block. Here's the order block. Here we're pulled into this order block. Here's the thing, though, guys. Now I can hear you lot saying it. Why is it that here this one works? Here, nothing happens. Here, there's an order block in here, right? Goes right. In fact, it gets above it, drops, pulls back, and then this order block works here. This order block works here. This order block works right way there, right? And we also have this one over here, which acts all the way over there, right? This is the thing about trading that drives some people insane. Which order block do I use? And this is the strategy. This is how you actually go back and you test it, okay? And then what you're doing is you've identified what obviously was an order block, bearish order block. The bullish ones are just not too far away with you, right? And you've come to a point where when price got to that order block, price acted in a certain way. And now you can literally see, right, on these 3 separate occasions, how price acted. It looks to me like on these 3 occasions, price more or less did the same thing, okay? And what that would mean to me is, given that price has done the same thing multiple times, my mind would say, well, likelihood is that when price gets to these areas, price is going to act in the same way. Here we see, let me just change the color. Here we see a double top. Okay. Here we see a double top. You can even put a smile under there, make it look a little bit more interesting, don't you think? Here we see a double top. You can literally draw a smile face. Would you imagine that if every time you was looking at a bearish order block, price comes back to the bearish order block, you drew a smiley face? Wouldn't that give you confidence that price is going to go down? Price is going to go down. Price is going to go down. What other aspects of confluence can we see in these areas where price has returned? And we're going to bear in mind that we are on the 4-hour chart. What other things are we going to take into consideration? Well, it looks to me like when price returns to these order blocks, potentially, we get a crossover of these 2 moving averages. One is the 9, that's the blue, and one is the 21, that's the red. It looks to me like we get a 9-21 crossover. It happened here again. And it happened here again. Looks pretty straightforward to me. It looks like that happened each time. It looks like well, here's the double. This one makes like a W pattern, right? And this one makes a V pattern. Now, if you want to go and say it's a tight W, I really, really, really don't think so, right? Yeah, I mean, you could, oh look, it's a tight W pattern. I would just call it a V pattern and be done with it, right? And this one here is a V pattern. So that's his nose. This one's a W pattern, right? So if price goes in there, right? Sometimes what traders do, it gets to the order block and here's the first run and they think this is going to go. And it comes back and then what does it do? It starts to land. Here, think it's going to go. It comes all the way close, but because they got stopped at there, what do they do here? They move to break even and get stopped out again. And then what does the price do? It goes off in the direction that they thought price was going to go. Then when it gets to here, they don't know what to do. Oh, the strategy doesn't work. Let me leave it alone. Trust me, that becomes the biggest. This is just so simple, right, to understand, so simple to back test, study, and learn. You want to be a phenomenal trader? This is what you have to do. You have to back test these ideas, these concepts, these strategies, and then you want to figure out what happened when these things occurred. Now, shall we also notice something else? Okay. I'm going to clear all these drawings. We're going to go to each of these areas and I'm going to show you one more thing. Because remember, my key strategy is this here, the trendline breakout. So my question automatically is, does the trendline breakout occur in these areas here? You know, I'm gonna have you know this. We've dropped down to the hour chart, and here we see something. Let me scrunch up the chart a bit because I'm going to fit all three of them. Here we see something quite amazing. Okay. Something that I know, which is why I've spoken about the ICT order block. But anyway, you guys can see it. Trendline break. Double top, single line trendline break. Double top, single line trendline break. This little double top. This is a steep one. It still works, but if you wanted to make it not so steep, single line trend line break. In each of these instances, the My Trendline Breakout Strategy actually works and delivers on pips. Okay. So in the next video, we're going to look at these order blocks. Okay, and we'll take it off a different currency page. You're just going to see that it works the same over and over again. And we're going to try to identify how, because this was a W. This was a V, almost looks like. Now you got in close, there was a head and shoulders in there. And this was a straight up up. Yep, upside down head and shoulders at the top of the range. So we're going to look at how to trade. Notice this one only went so far. This one went, and then this one, boom, just tremendously far. We're going to look into that. We're going to look into that. Guys, I'm not going to stay long. Please like, please share, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it. We're actually going to aim to get 1,000 subscribers. Apparently that's the target when you're doing these things. 1,000 subscribers. Comment in the box below if you have a particular currency pair that you'd like us to discuss and go over these order blocks with. And I want to give you thanks for listening and look forward to seeing you on part 2. Speak to you soon. Thank you again. Bye-bye.